We've got our first seedlings emerging here in these trays. Marigolds are coming up, which is funny. I didn't know they would come up in such cool weather. I mean, there's no heat out here. Zinnias are not up yet. Pak choi's coming up. And we got almost, it looks like 100% or close to 100% germination rate here. There's only a few cells that don't have any in them. These are the kohlrabi in the back here. It really makes sense to buy good seeds, because you buy good seeds, you only have to plant one. It's very nice. Eastern Magic Broccoli is coming up. And then over here, what do we have? Storage number 4. That's Johnny's cabbage variety that's supposed to be really good for hotter climates. This is exciting. It's nice to see stuff happening, and they actually germinated quickly considering how cool it is. Welcome back. You guys saw me pot these up a while ago here. These are plums and peaches, nectarines. We just bought fruit, and a friend of mine gave me some peach pits too, and we had the ones that have been coming up, I have been sticking in here, and I mean, isn't that gorgeous? That is a baby. Either a plum or a peach, who knows? I don't bother labeling things because it's more entertaining that way. But here, these guys are the sand pears that came up, and something on my porch came and bit the tops off of all of them. They're just dying back. So these are not going to recover, which is really sad. Whatever came onto my porch and ate these, it bit the heads off of every one of these things. And when that happens, there's no way for it to grow back, so it's murder. They murdered them, but fortunately they left the stone fruits alone. But look at that. These are so cool. Isn't that neat? Look at that kernel. So these have been in the fridge now for a few months. And so all I'm gonna do is put that in there. Make sure you don't break this root. This is very important. Carefully lay it down in there and put soil around it, and then I'll water it in. There we go. Random stone fruit. The ones that did not sprout here, these guys, I will stick back into the refrigerator. So we've got some, these may never come up, or they may take a couple more months, we don't really know. But I'll give them a chance because it doesn't really cost me anything to just leave them sitting in the fridge. And I'm perpetually doing this now. Like every time we get some plums or peaches or something, I have the kids do it, save some. I'd like to do it with cherries. That's what I should buy next. Next time I go to the store, if I see cherries, I will get some cherries and we'll do this with cherries because that would be really fun. So the next thing I have here are these. I got these off of eBay. They are Goji Berries, and they're bare root, mostly dormant. So, look at that. Now, goji berries like a higher pH than my potting soil probably is. So I am going ahead and putting a little of this lawn lime in with them as I go. Hopefully not too much. It is 42 degrees out today, which is why I have so many layers on. I accidentally left my nice jacket in a friend's car, and I haven't had it now for too long. So, yeah, you do what you do. Look at those roots. Goji berries are easy to grow, but they don't like acid conditions very much, or so I have read. My old garden was about 6.5 pH when I had it tested, and this garden is probably less than 6. I'll put a link below to the eBay seller that I got these from, and hopefully they have more. Anybody is interested. These look pretty good to me. They're nice big chunky ones, and they've already got roots on them. Sometimes you get sold just cuttings, which is fine if you want to start your own. They're not hard. But I wanted to get rooted ones. It being a cold time of year, it's nice to know that they've already got roots. Wow, look at that. That's just one. Oh my gosh, I thought it was 3. I could divide that one. That one is now 2. Look at that. What a monster. That's beautiful. I don't remember how many I bought. I thought, I don't know, you know, late at night you get on eBay and you start buying plants. Can't remember even what you got. There we go. Okay. Our next plant is Robinia pseudoacacia, in case you wondered. Black locust. Black locust is a really useful tree. In some places it's considered a weed tree or an invasive, or you know how judgmental people can get about trees, but those pioneer species, those fast-growing species that make their own nitrogen, are super useful in agroforestry, food forest systems. They're soil builders. They do the tough jobs at the front end, creating soil and adding nutrients to the ground, so your subsequent plants will do better. But not only that, locust is a useful tree. It's good for the bees. The wood is super hard and does not rot hardly at all, so it's great for fence posts. If you get tired of them later, you can cut the trees back and coppice them and do all kinds of things. So this is one that I'm excited about trying. I've been doing all these tropical nitrogen fixing trees, and now I'm in a somewhat temperate zone. I'm excited. Let's see what we got here. Look at that. He told me he divides these off. You could divide these suckers off and plant them, and you get a new tree. Or you get a triple trunk here. I could probably divide all 3 of these if I wanted to, but I'm not going to put it through that much stress. We'll just plant a triple-headed locust. And again, when plants are bare root like this, like in the winter when they're in their dormancy cycle, this is the time to be doing all this crazy potting up and stuff. If I did something like this in the middle of summer, and I took a nice green little locust tree with just this much root down on the bottom and tried to grow it, that would be a bad deal. That would not be a good thing. You could see they're actually trying to sprout again already. I could take this and make a micro cutting out of it and start another one. And it wants to wake up because it went and sat in the post office for too long while my van was in the shop. So it's actually shouldn't be waking up yet. We've got a night coming that's going to be 20 something degrees, low 20s. Not good weather for trees that are waking up. Oh, look at the roots on that. Ooh, look at this too. Telling you it's a nitrogen fixer? Look at that. Look at the nodulization on that. That's an incredible amount of nitrogen fixing nodules. That is exactly what you want. Isn't that cool? And with my terrible soil and low nitrogen levels, just what the doctor ordered for a food forest. I ran out of my gallon pots, and I don't want to use that much of my precious soil. So I'm taking the paper that was around the Robinia pseudoacacias and using it to stuff the bottom along with a bunch of leaves and things. I have 2 more things here. I was given this dragon fruit cutting. This is totally the wrong climate for dragon fruit, but it is what it is. I'm planting it anyways. It must live. Is that the right way up? We don't know. There's no way to tell. Huh. Both sides are cut. I don't know. I could snap it. All right, here's what we'll do. We'll do it like this and let it find its own way, which it will. The other thing I have here is this cactus pad, which is trying to root from the bottom. It's a prickly pear of some sort. So when these guys actually start growing, I will plant them however they want to grow, pot them into their own pots. But for now, that's going to keep them alive and get them started. Thanks for joining me. That is all the potting I have to do for today. It is a little too cold to be doing this sort of thing, but I want to get it done while we have a break to do it in. And well, it's not pouring because it's been pouring. Now I got to go do some frost protection prep work for my gardens, and that's got to kind of take priority over all these fun projects. But I was excited to get those gojis in particular and the black locust, and then it's nice to see more stuff sprouting in the fridge. It's good to keep all these little gardening projects going so you always have some cool little surprise that you find next. There's always something happening, and as spring rolls in, more and more things will happen until we won't even have time to sleep. It's going to be fantastic, and of course I'll bring you along. Below this video I will put links. I'll put links to my books, but I'll also put links to the plants that I can find that we covered in this video. And until next time, may your thumbs always be green.
I buried my rabbit beneath the cherry tree one fine afternoon. Someday I know that we'll meet again on a fruit salad spoon.
Oh, it's from the gun range. Thought I had something gooey. Old earplugs. Well,